Good evening, everyone. The time is 6:03. I'm going to call this meeting to order. This is the second regular meeting of the month of March of the Escamilla City Council for 2026. Would you please join me in the Pledge of Allegiance this evening? Would Pastor J.D. Miera come and join us for invocation this evening here at the table? Would you please remain standing? Is it on?
Yes. Lord God, we thank you this afternoon or this evening for the privilege that we have together here in business for our city. We pray, God, that you would give us wisdom and understanding to be able to do what pleases you. We pray, Lord God, that you would help us to recognize that what we are doing is not about us necessarily, but it is about you leading us and guiding us. We pray, Father, for our city, for the well-being of our community. We pray for its people that live here and those that will come in the future. We thank you for being with us. We give you glory and honor, for we ask it in Jesus' name. Amen.
J.D. Miera.
Mayor, I just wondered. Thank you, Mayor.
Would the clerk please call the roll?
Mayor Pro Tem Justin Salazar Torres.
Present.
Councilor Felicia Archuleta Toya. Present. Councilor Pedro Valdez.
Here.
Councilor Peggy Sue Martinez. Councilor Peggy Sue Martinez is absent. Councilor Samuel Ledoux.
Here.
Councilor Denise Benavides. Present. Councilor Aaron Salazar.
He will be tardy.
Councilor Nanette Rodriguez. Present. We have a quorum.
Thank you. Members of the governing body, you have the agenda before you for this evening. Motion to approve. Motion to approve. Mayor Pro Tem Salazar Torres, second by Councilor Felicia Archuleta Toya.
Under discussion.
Under discussion.
I would like to make an amendment to add public comment as item 7 to the agenda.
Okay, we have, is the maker of that motion okay with that? The second?
So, I'm okay with that amendment. My ask would be though that we move them, right after items proposed for council consideration. And the only reason is because we have, 4 different groups here, here to be recognized and the length that it may be. So I'd rather be moved down if that's okay. You okay with it, Councilor Duke?
I'm okay with that.
I'm sorry, Mayor Pro Tem, where are you moving it?
after items proposed for council consideration.
I will be item 10.
Okay, under discussion, Councilor Rodriguez.
I'd like to make an amendment for the executive session to amend, the ASME local to 923 instead of ASME local 18.
Yes.
Local 923?
Yes. And I did check with legal counsel, we did advertise it correctly, it's just we put the wrong number on the email. Perfectly fine. All right, if the motion, the maker of the motion and the seconder of the motion, if they're okay with that.
I'm okay with those amendments.
All in favor of the motion signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Okay. That is actually correct. The clerk is correct. It's not allowable, but due to the fact that it was inadvertently placed, I did talk to Mr. Cutler, and so because it's not being action item taken, it probably should not happen consistently, but it won't be a violation. So let the record reflect that, okay? All right, approve the consent agenda. City Council meeting minutes, February 10th, 2026.
Second.
Motion made by Councilor Pedro Valdez to approve the consent agenda, second by Councilor Ledoux. All in favor of the motion signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Same sign indicate. Thank you. Councilor comments? Councilor Pedro Valdez. No, we didn't. We changed, public comment.
Okay, sorry.
Yeah. Councilor comments, Councilor Pedro Valdez.
Okay, I don't say very much on councilors' comments very often. I don't know if you noticed that. But tonight I'm honored to recognize our outstanding mayor, John Ramon Mejia, over the past 2 years.
Peter, how about we move that when we do matters from the mayor, the recognition?
Okay,
Yeah, we'll do that then. Thank you, Peter.
thank you.
Councilor Ledoux.
I just want to thank everybody for coming out tonight. It's great to see a lot of people here, and thank you.
Mayor Pro Tem Salvador Torres.
Thank you, Mayor. I want to extend my condolences on the loss of your Theo, Roy. It was an honor and a pleasure to know him, and I was talking to your mom earlier before this meeting, and he used to hang out there at the Vargas Funeral Home too, and go hang out for a while, with us. And I know that in the eulogy, I guess you mentioned that he gave everybody a nickname. The nickname that he gave me was Tocayo, last name. So, just wanted to put that out there. My condolences to the family, and my condolences to you, sir.
Thank you, Mayor Pro Tem.
And then just to follow up, I don't want to sound, I want to keep this meeting very positive, but I do want the public to know that we do see, as the weather's warming up, there's a lot of folks walking the streets again. There's a lot of folks congregating there by the Goodwill, there by where Pathways renewal happened. There's a lot of that going on. We hear you, we see you, and just know that it's on our radar. I've got several calls about that already, but my advice is just please be careful. There's a lot of commuters that are commuting, in the early hours of the morning. There's a lot of folk walking at 2, 3 in the morning, 4 in the morning, so keep your eyes peeled, and we hear you. Thank you.
All right. Any other councilors? I'd like to take this time to recognize a large congregation, a non-denominational Christian church in our community, Victory Faith, on celebrating their 40th anniversary this year. Pastor J.D. Guerra reached out to me, and we wanted to do this specially to recognize Victory Faith for their impact in the community, whether it's been through the men's group. They have a prayer circle, but the men's group just this week actually fixed up the Espanola sign. So if you see the work here on the Espanola sign, big shout out to Lenny, the men's group. Where are you, Lenny? Okay, there you are. But a great appreciation to Victory Faith for what they do for the community, whether it's administering to the needy in our community as well. We're so grateful for that. And so Pastor JD celebrates 40 years as a Official proclamation. Official proclamation of the City of Espanola, New Mexico. Whereas Victory Faith Church was founded on May 11th, 1986, Mother's Day at Lujan's funeral home, where we were housed for about a month. In June of the same year, we moved to the old El Rio Theater located on Leonate Street in the old section of Espanola. We were a whopping 35 people, men, women, and children. The original charter members have by and large all passed away. And whereas during the 10 years that we were housed on the Oñate Street location, we were able to start the Victory Christian Academy that today is still serving students from throughout the Espanola Valley and beyond. The difference today is that we are now fully accredited by Cognia, making our credits recognized by all primary, secondary, high schools, colleges, and universities anywhere in the country. And whereas in December 1996, we moved to the present location at 823 Angel Duran Drive. That was an adventure with victories, defeats, challenges, and an awesome day. What has knitted us together is the courage, commitment, loyalty, tenacity, and vision of the Victory Faith Christian team, and mainly the faithfulness of God. And indeed, Dios ha sido bueno. Whereas we are not fully finished with the visions that God has given us. We envision an all-purpose building that would include a gym, cafeteria, and classrooms. And whereas in 2019 we acquired a building at 810 North Paseo de Oñate and converted it into Little Warriors Daycare Learning Center. After some roadblocks, landslides, and major detours, today we are a 5-star status daycare, all to the glory of God. And whereas, when and until the glory returns, Victory Faith Church will continue to move forward with the same message: Jesus Christ is Lord over Espanola, and is still transforming lives, marriages, and homes. We are interdenominational in approach, Pentecostal in worship, and evangelical in message. We've only just begun. Now therefore, I, John Ramon Vigil, Mayor of the City of Espanola, together with the governing body, do hereby proclaim March 25th, 2026 as Victory Faith Church 40th anniversary in the year of our Lord, 2026. Want to share anything?
You want to share anything? We have a couple of hours. The only thing I want to share is the fact that we are not a church exclusively for any particular group of people. We're open to people from within, from without. We're open to help with whatever we can. The last 40 years have been challenging, like you proclaimed, like you said. But we're here, we're a community church. We're here to stand with our city, for our city, and by our city. And we just appreciate Espanola for who Espanola is, the inclusiveness, the ability to be who we can be. There's been, since I was a child, and that was quite a while back, a lot of negatives about our city, but I think that one day at a time we can become a better people and show the rest of our state that we are somebody. There's a lot of good people in this valley, and we appreciate everybody that calls themselves that they're from España. Thank you.
Comments from the governing body? Well, thank you, Pastor JD, on behalf of the City of Espanola, to you and your congregation. This one's a little hard for me too. Late last month, we lost a very special friend of Espanola. Longtime pillar of the community, business member, Fiesta Council President, the originator behind the Veterans Memorial Wall that you see here on the plaza. Local artist, a big historian of the valley who I love to interact with. If not weekly, it was daily when he was giving me tidbits, and we were going back and forth sparring about was always a great opportunity. He comes from a very respected family in our valley, and the oldest business actually in our city that is still in operation today. And we're recognizing Mr. J. Patrick Trujillo, long time. I see Roberta and I see Teeny from the G-Mile Trading Post come here as well tonight, and so we have a great proclamation for you. Okay, Roberta. Official proclamation, City of Espanola, New Mexico, USA. Whereas Joseph Patrick Trujillo was born in Espanola on July 20th, 1953, and embodied a lineage of community stewardship, cultural preservation, and service that stretched back generations in northern New Mexico. And whereas Patrick was the middle child of 3 children born to Jesusita Susie Vigil Trujillo and Arturo Tingley Trujillo. He was brother to Roberta Trujillo Diaz and his late younger brother Dennis Trujillo, and grandson to the late Escupula Trujillo and Romanita Ortega Martinez Trujillo. And whereas Patrick grew up spending time at the original Chimayo Trading Post, learning the artisanship, community rhythms, and daily connection between neighbors. This was his foundation, a foundation that reflected in his work completing books that preserved his family's history dating back to the 1600s, rooted in his belief that understanding where one comes from is essential to knowing who one is. And whereas Patrick began a career in the public sector that included serving as Deputy Director for Administration for the New Mexico Department of Alcohol Beverage Control, Investigation Civil Rights Claims for the New Mexico Attorney General's Office, and the U.S. District Court, and as Chief of Staff to Governor Tony Anaya, he devoted close to 3 decades to Los Alamos National Laboratory with employee relations and human resources. Patrick was widely respected for his judgment, fairness, and steady leadership. And whereas Patrick hosted family dinners for holidays and frequently cooked at the Trading Post in celebration of friendship and community. Whether honoring artists, welcoming neighbors, or hosting friends and community leaders, Patrick cooked as he lived, generosity, thoughtfully, and with pride and tradition. And whereas from the year 2000, Patrick was elected to the City Council for the City of Espanola and served 1 term ending in 2004. In 2002, he and Councilor Pedro Valdez sought funding from the Mexico Legislature and the late Senator Pete Domenici for the creation of what is today known as the Veterans Memorial Wall. And whereas Patrick took ownership of the original Chimayo Trading Post, a place he loved so much as a child, he operated and maintained its listing on the National Register of Historical Places. Patrick also quietly supported and sponsored local and international exchange students, offering them a place to stay and family to care. And whereas Patrick will be remembered for his dedicated commitment in serving the City of Espanola as a historical and traditional artist and a public servant honoring the life, service, and leadership of Joseph Patrick Trujillo. Now therefore, I, John Ramon Vigil, Mayor of the City of Espanola, together with the governing body, do hereby recognize and commemorate the life of Joseph Patrick Trujillo and encourage all who knew Patrick to reflect on his contributions, leadership, and honor his memory, and proclaim March 26, 2026 as a day of remembrance whose life will not be forgotten. In memoriam, J. Patrick Trujillo, the year of our Lord, 2026. I'll entertain comments from the governing body first. Patrick was an incredible man. He was knowledgeable about every single aspect of Espanola, and like I said, I couldn't have thought of a better friend. When I was in college, Patrick would call me and say, "When are you coming home so you can run for city council?" And he always believed in me, and especially this valley. Patrick was an individual who had opportunities to lead this valley. He always believed in this community, and after his retirement from the labs, he could have chose to travel the world and such, but he chose to take over his family business that has been in operation for almost 120 years in our city. And that's just a commitment to what Patrick was for this valley. And I have many fond
Thank you, Mayor and council people. Thank you so much. Pat, what can I say? A treasure in himself. Loved the community and knew and loved the families of the community because in many ways we're all connected and related. And his stories, his genealogy, how he wove every blanket, how he appreciated every weaver and every artisan was truly a love he had, and it was instilled in his genes. So, as his sister, I thank you. I thank this community. Our hope is that this community joins together to make it the best, because we have beautiful history, each one of us. We can go back, we can relate, we know each other, we know our ancestors. And yet as our ancestors, they loved this valley. We're so rich, not just a few years, but since the 1500s. So as we go forth, I know his wish would be as mine. Care, serve, respect, and guide each other and our youth, so they too may know where they come from and what we stand for. In all the religions that are here, there is such might and glory and commitment and love. Let us not forget that. Let us not forget the respect that we all have for one another. I thank you. What a beautiful day. He would be so proud. We honor that. Thank you, John. Thank you.
I'm really gonna miss my friend Patrick. We were kind of partners in crime for many, many years. Our families actually have been friends for many years. My parents and Roberta's parents were the best of friends. In fact, my brother's even named for her father. So they've known each other for many, many years. And when Patrick did come back to Espanola after going to college and as John said, seeing a little bit of the world, he got involved with fiestas and with different things, and I kind of got pulled in for the ride. So one of the things though I do want to say is his niece, Susanna, did a beautiful eulogy at his mass the other day. And one of the things she brought up, which was very much Patrick, is that, you know, people like to run around and, you know, pull their hair about things that are going on. And he would just quietly go about his business and make things right. And, you know, I kind of like to think that sometimes, you know, that's the way to do things. Maybe you're not up in the front, but you're in the background. I was on the board with him when we built the Veterans Memorial Wall, me and Peter, and we spent a lot of time in Eleanor, who's gone too, and you know, doing fundraisers and doing this and that, and you know, it was a lot of fun. But you know, Senator Dumici would come, and Mayor Lucero would be out there, and they'd be out there with all the people, and he and I would be in the back flipping the hamburgers or cooking the food or doing things like that. And that was Patrick. You know, whatever needed to get done, he'd do. He didn't want to be up in the front or anything like that, but he just went about and got things done. And again, you know, I'm gonna miss him. Luckily, Roberta's going to keep the store going, and there's still a place for you people to stop by and say hello, or to gather and talk, and to complain about politics or complain about this and that, and it's still there. So we'll miss Patrick, but we do thank you for the honor. Roberta, hold it up so we can take a picture.
first started here with the city on the library board, Robert had just come back to the council and was very supportive of my venture here into public service here in the community. That was 2010. I laugh because Robert was one of the first people who encouraged me to run for city council here in the city, and that was back in 2014 actually, right as soon as I turned 18. I decided to go to college, and that, but Robert had encouraged me to run for city council back in 2014. We lost him earlier this year, and a great pillar of this community, and his family is here this evening to recognize a wonderful man. And so, without further ado, official proclamation of the city of Espanola, New Mexico. Whereas we gather to honor the life and memory of Robert John Seeds, whose presence brought meaning, loyalty, compassion, and strength to those who knew him. And whereas Robert was a graduate of Espanola Valley in May 1972, he chose to follow in his father's footsteps by opening and operating Robert's Towing Service, successfully operating his business for 53 years, serving the Espanola Valley and northern New Mexico. And whereas Robert was known for his dedication and love to his wife and partner of 35 years, Laura, his children Leslie, Robert, and Angelica, his grandchildren Mia, Max, and his Carter Ray, his family, his strong work ethic, and his presence leaving a lasting impact on family, friends, and community. And whereas Robert proudly served as a deputy with the Riverview County Sheriff's Department and was a proud member of the Knights of Columbus, the Shriners, Safari Club International, the Mule Deer, and Rocky Mountain Elk Foundation, Robert continued his commitment to public service for more than 20 years as an Espanola City Councilman, from 1984 to 1992, 1994 to 1998, 2010 to 2014, and 2016 to 2020, where he was widely respected for his integrity, strong work ethic, and dedication to the people of the Espanola Valley, and with a strong focus on providing and supporting recreational programs in the valley while emphasizing the importance of public safety. And whereas Robert was an avid hunter and outdoorsman, he was well known throughout the state for his passion for the outdoors. He holds the New Mexico state record for mountain lion and black bear, along with several other hunting records and accomplishments that reflect both his skill and deep respect for nature. And whereas Robert will be remembered for dedicated commitment in serving the Espanola Valley as a public servant in honoring the life, service, and legacy of Robert John Seeds. Now therefore, I, John Ramon Vigil, Mayor of the City of Espanola, together with the governing body, do hereby recognize and commemorate the life of Robert John Seeds and encourage all who knew him to reflect on his contributions, honor his memory, and proclaim March 27, 2026 as a day of remembrance whose life will not be forgotten. In memoriam of Robert John Seeds, the year of our Lord 2026.
I won't make this long. Laura can't talk right now 'cause it's knocking her in the dirt. But like I said in his eulogy, you either liked him or you hated him. That's all I could say. He holds another record that everybody doesn't understand, and it's all just fun and stuff. But there's a lot of people that loved him, and there's a lot of people that didn't like him. So I think he holds that record in the valley. But Peter, you worked with him a long time. Mr. Valdez, I'm sorry. John Ramon, everybody. He was my friend. He was my brother. Laura's my sister-in-law still to this day. She treats me good. She treats my whole family good. And we're here, like she said, we're just here to keep his legacy going, and we want the city of Espanola to strive. And we do. And like I told you, Barry, we do everything for the city. They do it. We hope you guys do. John, I don't speak for everybody in my family, I speak for myself, but I will say it here today. You came to me and asked for help, and we helped. You did a good job, and I'm proud of you, and everybody here on the council, I'm proud of you. And I thank you for your work and your dedication, because this is a hard job. I see it every day. Thank you.
Do any members of the governing body have comments? Councilor Ledoux.
I just wanna say that, Counselor Seeds was a great man. I remember, when I used to get my hair cut by Counselor Martinez, he would come by and we would all talk about politics together. That was when I first got introduced to city politics. And, you know, it's an honor to sit in one of the seats that he used to represent, so my condolences to the family and it was a beautiful service. Thank you.
Councilor Benavides.
Thank you, Mayor. I, of course, have to say something tonight. I wouldn't be able to present for Robert and Laura and the Borregos, as you guys remember. It was such an honor to know Robert. I loved him, you know, at the eulogy, I couldn't help but laugh at a lot of things that you said, Judge, because it just was him, like I could see it in my head, right? And, you know, Laura, we became the best of friends. Who knew, right? Some things just have a way of bringing people together. I still check on her today, make sure she's okay. I know Joel is keeping her busy, as she tells me. So, love you guys, you know that, and love Robert very much. Thank you for everything.
Mayor Pro Tem Salvador Torres.
Thank you, Mayor. It was an honor to serve with Robert, know him, personally. His laugh, his hito or hita,
Perfect job.
his handshake, that's the last on my list. If you walk these halls and you look at all the governing bodies, pictures that are on there, you know, it's very kind of transitioned a little bit, you know, very, you know, and then, very distinct now, and I know he cared, very deeply, but his honesty, will be missed, and it was missed. He was very honest with me when, I decided to run for council in 2018, and I remember at Santa Clara on the 7th floor, and it was after the firefighters, debate that we had, and he walked up to me and says, "How come you didn't tell me you wanted to run?" And he was upset with me, he was deeply upset with me. But then afterwards he gave me a hug, and he always did his handshake with me. And since then, when I served with him on the governing body, we represented the same district, but you wouldn't know, because we were always on opposite ends of the vote, or, you know, back and forth, but at the end of the day, we knew we respected each other, and it is just an honor and privilege to know him. But I do promise you, his legacy will live on in the city.
Well, I just want to say that it was a privilege to serve with Robert Seats, and the things that I would do is like just see your agenda. So those were the things that me and him were always on this side of the area, is that he would be asking me questions and I would be telling him about his agenda. But it was a privilege to serve with him.
I had a very good relationship with Robert. I ran with Robert when Robert ran for mayor 8 years ago. I ran for council, and I sat with Robert right next to him, right down there where Councilor Ledoux sits. And when I first got on the council, we'd be here at long meetings, and so on. All would pack me snacks in a lunch bag and all that. And so of course I had to share with Robert. And then if I didn't bring anything, Robert said, "Where's the snacks?" But you know, I had very fond memories of Robert eating breakfast with him and Laura at Big Dogs. It was just a daily ritual. And when I came home from college, Robert was always supportive of me, and I can't speak further than the fact Robert had a heart of gold. I mean, and like the judge said, you know, either loved him or hated him, but if you happen to be on the side where he loved you, I mean, you received full blessings from that man, because he had a true heart of gold. He had a heck of a memory too, as well, for the history of the city, about how each of the parks were built. I mean, he remembered things in the city, so we're so thankful for their families coming this evening. Moving on, this evening, we're gonna recognize outgoing members of the governing body and the city staff. Chief Garcia is not here with us. Chief Garcia will be leaving the city of Espanola at the end of the month. He has served as our chief of police the last 4 years. He's actually been our city manager since January. I keep forgetting the time. Chief Garcia is a native of this valley. He's a 1981 graduate of Espanola Valley High School. I was so blessed when we asked him about coming back to serve our community and his dedication and commitment. He froze his PRA retirement, which he was receiving more money, retired, and decided to come back home. And so Chief Garcia will be leaving us at the end of the month. I also want to recognize Chief Johnny Martinez. He's been our fire chief for the last 4 years here at the city, and he culminates a career of 20 years with the Espanola Fire Department. Johnny has a lot of accomplishments as fire chief in the last 4 years, stability in that department, and so thank you for that. We are also losing our municipal clerk, Miss Carla Ann Martinez. She departs the city after 2 years. I was actually laughing with her when she shared with me, 20 years ago she left the city as a city councilor. She was elected by one of the widest margins, and that's back when the city council was elected citywide. And Carla then came back, and now she's leaving 20 years later as a municipal clerk. And so what a wonderful experience to come in as an elected official to the city and then leave as an appointed official. And she also served on planning and zoning commission, many things over her lifetime here at the city. And public safety chair, she did that for 4 years here at the city. So she was very supportive of our police and fire departments when she was a counselor. We're excited she obtained certifications and such from the International Municipal Clerks Academy, and she was a very active and involved member with the Mexico Municipal League Clerks Association. So we send our best to Carla. We also announced the retirement of our city attorney, Mr. Frank Koppler. He will also be retiring and moving towards the transition over at the end of the month. Mr. Koppler comes with him 55 years of experience in municipal government, serving. He first started as the deputy city attorney for Albuquerque. He was the director of the municipal league. He's been Santa Fe city attorney, town of Taos attorney, village of Angel Fire. I mean, he is literally the most experienced municipal attorney in the state of New Mexico. The municipal league has recognized him as that, and so we're so thankful that he came back for the last 2 years to help us. We have 2 members of the city council that will be leaving at the end of their terms. And we're gonna start at District 2, and that's Councilor Ninette Rodriguez. Councilor Ninette Rodriguez was elected to the council 4 years ago, but she actually had a 20-year history with the city of Espanola here as recreation director, community services director. You probably were a custodian, probably some cleaning buildings back when you were 16. Ninette's a fixture here on this city. I thought that was before you could learn to swim. Ninette, we are so grateful for your passion and commitment to community service programs, community amenities, recreational facilities in our city, and our senior facilities as well. It just speaks life because you've gone since you left the city of Espanola and entered into the private sector. Your job with Las Cumbres has allowed you the opportunity to work with disabled individuals, elderly individuals. So you've just brought a wealth of knowledge center, 3 times a week, you know, and then goes to work and then takes care of her elderly mother. And you know, Ninette, you've been involved in the community for many years and many community activities as well, not just in the city. So we're thankful for that. Councilor Salazar Torres.
All right, Councilor Benavides. It's been an honor and a privilege to serve with you for the last 8 years on this governing body. Leadership doesn't end with a title. It lives on in the change you've created and the people you've inspired. This isn't goodbye. Absolutely not. It's a continuation of your impact in new ways and some old ways, because you have a wealth of knowledge. Our city is stronger because of you. And your next chapter, of course, which you continue on with housing, etc., is full of responsibility, and I look forward to continue working with you and you bringing everything to us and continue to build your city as well. Not only has serving on this governing body with you, it's had its ups and downs, but not just here, personal reasons and etc. And I do want and I do pray that God guides you, God keep you and Mikey together. And not together, Jesus Christ, you're together forever. That God keep you guys safe and in His arms and His care, and that God bless you with a wealth of health. And do want to thank Mikey for letting you serve on this governing body, because it takes your family behind you to be able to serve the city. So, Councilor, it's been an honor and privilege, and thank you, Mayor, for giving me the opportunity to be the one to honor you tonight.
Thank you, appreciate it.
We're gonna now open the floor to the council. Any comments? Councilor Ledoux.
I just want to thank you. Thank you for serving with us. I've learned so much from you, and it means a lot. I think we've had a lot of personal connection over these 2 years, and you know, I know that you're going to keep helping make our city better, and we will keep in contact. So thank you so much for all your service. God bless you.
Councilor Aaron.
Councilor Benitez, thank you. It was a great 4 years. You made it fun. It was nice until they moved to the other side, but. Oh, I know. But thank you, really appreciate everything that you've done. You know, I've learned from you. You're a great person. Thank you, appreciate it. Martinez. Thank you, appreciate it. Thank you for everything, you know, I mean, just being there for me, you know, as a friend, as a counselor, as everything else. Just thank you, really appreciate all of you. Thank you.
Councilor Archibald.
I'm just gonna talk about everyone all at once, you don't have to come back to me. So I'll start with my fellow councilors. Thank you both for welcoming me to the council when you did. Nanette, I knew you when I was just a little girl, so it was an honor to serve with you, and serving with you in District 3 was an honor also. So thank you. Looking forward to continue to collaborate and talk with the both of you as we move the city forward. So appreciate everything that you guys have done. I want to say thank you to Chief Garcia and Chief Martinez. Thank you both for always being very responsive to my phone calls, to everything that you do for the community, the leadership you've shown for each of your departments. Chief Martinez, I too have known you since I was a little girl, but the conversations that we have always been open and honest, and I really appreciated that from you. And Chief Garcia, always taking my phone calls, answering questions, especially, you know, there was some hesitation about him being city manager, but I'll tell you what, he did a darn good job being that city manager, so I really, really appreciate it. Thank you to Carla for serving as clerk. It's not always easy to be in the clerk's office, but for her leading her and her staff, appreciate you for that, Carla. And to you, Mayor, to be mayor and fulfilling the role, the dream that you had when you were a little boy. So I hope that you're proud, despite anything you were put through. I really, really hope you're proud of yourself. There's so many people in this audience today that are proud of you. And I also hope, though, that things that came up during your time here, that they're just lessons learned, and that you can move on and grow from that. You have so much life ahead of you. And I hope that the friendship that we have now, that we can continue, you know, through the life. But I also want to thank Carmela, because And Camila, honestly, every time I turn, you two are there, and so is Teeny and everyone else, but Carmela, you've done a great job with this young man. So thank you, and thank you, Mayor.
Pro Tem Salazar Torres.
Thank you, Mayor. Councilman Net. When we first, started on this governing body together, man, she's athletic, right, and stuff like that, and so she can go rounds, man. You know, when we were debating, when we were, in executive session, and I was gasping for air, man. I'll still never forget the day she offered me swimming lessons, and this was probably just like a year ago, because I don't know how to swim. And she's the expert, but, Council, it's been an honor and a privilege to serve with you, and then now that you got moved by me, the last couple of times, which is great, we got to joke a little bit and tease each other and give each other the looks when we're like, what the heck? Why isn't stuff happening that we already did? I love the look, I'm gonna miss it, but my phone's always available, and I do value your opinion and appreciate you. I love you both, I usually say I love you all the time, so love you, bye. Mayor, I do want to tell you thank you, it's been an honor to serve with you too, sir, the last 8 years. It's been crazy. I know that during our tenure for the 8 years, we've been up and down. We've been on opposite sides of the aisle. We have been shockingly on the same side of the aisle at times. But the crazy part is that you and I we can agree to disagree, or we agree. And the best part about it during this whole time is that you and I could stop, have a chat, and talk it through, and give each other consejos and advice, and that I appreciate. It wasn't just no, never mind, whatever sort of situation. I appreciate the working relationship that we did have, and it's been fun. Thank you, Carmela. I know it takes a village to stand behind you when you're behind this dais, and I know my family, as they stand behind me, I know what they're going through. I know what you guys are going through. So thank you guys, appreciate it. Chief, City Manager, we said I never know what to call him anymore. When I call him, so Chief Manager, you. Thank you for your service to the city. I appreciate you, Carla. Thank you. I appreciate you, Chief Johnny. I do have to say, sir, I've known you for a long time, since I went to Head Start down here on Railroad and going to field trips to the fire station. You probably don't remember this little mocosito, but since Head Start, I remember going to visit you, and since then, he became Grandpa Johnny to my kids, and they're always wondering when they're going to see you, games, etc. And I know that here at the city they don't see you much. They're always going to see you at your grandson's games and stuff like that. So look forward to retirement. Retirement, that's crazy. I tell people I'm retired too. I was tired yesterday and I'm tired today. But this sort of retirement is just, it's an honor, privilege, and thank you for your service to the city. Love you, bye.
Councilor Martinez.
Thank you, Mayor. First off, I'll start by saying thank you to Ronnie, since you're present. We've worked together for a very, very long time. Known you since elementary years. And if you cry, I'm gonna cry, so don't cry yet. Your leadership at the fire department has been invaluable. And the best part about your leadership is allowing those that you lead to take responsibility and having the trust and the faith in what you taught them and what they're doing, and buy-in for the vision of the department and the vision of the city. Having the trust in them to step up and take care of things without micromanaging them or without mistrusting them is something beautiful to behold. I wish that continues in that department. And I wish you the very best. Hope you have a good fishing rod. And health to you, and sir, in the future. Same with Chief Garcia. I had an opportunity to work with him in public safety. There were times when we knocked heads, there were times when I came to his rescue, there were times when we couldn't communicate, and there were times when we communicated very, very well. I really do agree with Councilor Toya concerning his ability as the city manager. And I have some regrets in that. I feel like, gosh, man, maybe that would have worked out for the best from the very beginning. And maybe things would have been much different had we gone in that direction. Hindsight is 20/20, as we all know. And that's something that I'll always think about, though. Very responsive to any concerns that I had for constituents, even though he didn't answer today, but I know he's sick. So we let him off the hook for that, but just ability to learn quickly and get things done, especially in the manager's office, and I appreciate what he's done in stepping up for us, especially being that he didn't make any money doing so. So that has to be recognized also. Denise, what a blast it's been to work with you. There's been votes that have been very passionate. I love hearing the inside voice close to you when you're on this side. That's a benefit to sitting by somebody in this dais. When you sit close to them, you sort of get a little bit more of a perspective of where they're at on things and a little bit more passion about how they're feeling. And with Denise, she was pretty adamant about certain things, and you could definitely hear it from where I sat. Definitely going to miss you on the dais, but I know that your heart is in Espanola. I know that housing is on the cusp of your mind for our community, and I feel like it's something that's about to implode in Espanola, so I'm very excited about those opportunities. Stay in touch with us in more ways than one, please, and you and Mikey be well.
Thank you.
Nanette, my very, very long friend Nanette. We grew up next to each other our whole life. Our mothers were best friends throughout their life. I've known Nanette all my life. We had our ups and downs in our in this room and outside of this room. But what can I say? I'm always going to be committed to you as a friend. And I know that our relationship will be lifetime. I really appreciate your work on this council. I know that it was a little bit more taxing on you because of your elderly mom. And that has to be difficult because you don't make it alone. So I just appreciate you for everything that you are. You're an excellent worker, Nanette. You're so committed to your job, so committed to your husband, so committed to your mother, so committed to Sean and your grandchildren, and to the community. And it shows in everything that you do. I'm honored to call you friend. Live on Nanette. John Ramon Hill. You know, when we started, things here at the city together on the same side of things, it was much easier than it has been in the last 2 years. You know, things have happened where trust has been broken. And I've always said that trust and faith are what create every relationship and what sustain every relationship. And when we split ways, it was very difficult because I felt like it was affecting everything in this room and everything that was happening. I try to maintain things. I try to give you the benefit of the doubt in most situations, and I try to guide and lead when I was in my pro tem. embedded in your heart and in your mind. And moving forward, I'm hopeful that you do well in your business and you do well in your life. And I hope that you take the lessons learned from here as something to catapult you to do well. And I'm also sorry about your uncle's passing.
Let's let everyone that's not leaving go first. Councilor Pedro, please.
Tonight, I am honored to recognize our outstanding mayor, John Ramon Vigil. Over the past 2 years, serving alongside you on the city council, I have witnessed your unwavering commitment not only to the city of Espanola, but also to our broader communities, including the Pueblos, as well as Rio Arriba County, Santa Fe, and Los Alamos County. Mayor Vigil constantly puts the people of Espanola first. This is evident in many transformative projects he has initiated to benefit our citizens and our youth. Projects that have strengthened our neighborhoods and reached our community spirit, created new opportunities for our young people. Mayor Vigil, your vision for progress inspires us all. I look forward to seeing these important projects continue to thrive. You have always championed our city employees, recognizing their invaluable contributions and ensuring they have the support they deserve. Tonight, we also express our gratitude to this dedicated individuals whose daily work is the backbone of our city's success. Thank you, Mayor Vigil, for your passion, your leadership, your dedication to all of us in Espanola. Our city is stronger because of you. Thank you, Mayor.
Councilor Ledoux.
I apologize for not recognizing the other folks. I wanted to first recognize Councilor Rodriguez, my old neighbor that was right here in my prima. And it was an honor to serve with you. You have a lot of passion, especially for the community, when it comes to community service outreach and all the organizations that work with your community. It's clear that you put in the time and effort and blood, sweat, and tears it takes to run that committee and get every event that possible here in our valley off and running. So thank you so much for your dedication and service. Chief Martinez, thank you for everything that you've done. Everyone, sees all the passion and effort that's gone into the fire department. I'm saddened that I won't be able to be at your retirement event. I'm doing a field trip with my students that day, but thank you so much for everything you've done. And Chief Garcia, he always was there to answer my calls, either as chief or as city manager. He always was responsive.
Chief Martinez, congratulations on your retirement. Thank you for your safety, your dedication to the fire department, to all the people in Espanola, keeping them safe daily. Appreciate it. Thank you, Chief. Chief Mizel CM Garcia, also thank you. Like everyone mentioned already, he calls, he answers. He was great. He did a great job. And I would always ask him, are you sure you're going to be able to take both roles? But the police department is pretty busy. Like, yeah, I'll handle it. You sure did, and you sure did. Thank you, Chief. Carla, thank you for everything, all that you have done for all of us. You're hard working, Carla. Thank you. Really appreciate you for all that you did. Mayor John Ramon Vigil. Thank you, sir. Appreciate it. And I know that your heart is always in this beautiful, always for the beautiful Espanola Valley. You would do anything for the city of Espanola. And that's all. Thank you.
we all know each other well. So thank you guys, it's been an honor for me to have served. You all have heard me say I'm not going anywhere, I'm gonna do as much as I can to help move the city forward, and that's what I intend to do. Mayor John Amon, you know, this is a ruthless job, Mayor, and man, nobody has taken it like you have, but you know what? This is a faithful, loving, forgiving community, and I believe that with all that I am, Mayor, and I will tell you that, you know what, I see the man that you are today, Mayor, I really do, and I commend you for every single thing that you tried to do, and I have to give thanks to your mom as well, because she's always been right there to back you every step of the way, no matter what was said or wasn't said. And like Councilor Felicia said, you know what, you walk out this room with your head held high because you did the very, very best job that you can absolutely do, Mayor. And much love to you, and I thank you very, very much.
Councilor Rodriguez.
So I did write something. So serving as city councilor for the past 4 years has been one of the greatest honors of my life. I am deeply grateful to residents of our community who have placed their trust in me and allowed me the opportunity to serve. During this time, I have had the privilege of working alongside dedicated council members, city staff, community partners, and residents who care deeply about the future of our city. Together, we face challenges, we celebrated successes, and we work to make thoughtful decisions that strengthen our community and improve the quality of life for everyone who calls this home. Public service is never the work of one person alone. It requires collaboration, listening, and a shared commitment to the common good. I am thankful for the many conversations, the perspectives, and the partnerships that help me guide the work that we have done. To the city staff and leadership teams who work tirelessly behind the scenes every day, thank you for your professionalism, for your dedication, and your commitment to serving our residents. As my term comes to a close, I remain hopeful and optimistic about the future of our city. While my role may be changing, my commitment to this community remains strong. I look forward to continuing to support the growth, the resilience, and the spirit that make our city such a special place. Thank you again for the opportunity to serve. It has surely been a privilege. I'd also like to take this time to thank Pastor JD. Thank you for always keeping all of us in your prayers and for keeping our community in your prayers. It doesn't go unnoticed, and I'm super grateful for you holding us in our difficult times. To Chief Martinez, thank you for the visits to my office. Thank you for a lifetime of friendship. You used to be my neighbor when I lived on the west side. We used to hang out and play kick the can and tag and all those fun things. Thank you for your commitment to the city of Espanola and for your demeanor, for your steadiness. May you enjoy your retirement and your family. To Chief Garcia, we've known each other all our lives as well. We grew up on the west side, we went to school together. You are an incredible leader. You did a phenomenal job as chief of police. In the 4 years that you were chief of police, things changed completely from previous 4 years. We would not see, I would not see police officers pulling people over or on our streets. And during during your tenure, that changed, so thank you for that. As CM, you put your schoolwork, to work, and you did a outstanding job. And I, along with Counselor Martinez, feel that maybe we should have considered that from the very beginning. He's a worker. He puts in the time and the commitment, and that's what it takes. These positions are not easy, and they take a lot of negative feedback, and carry a lot on their shoulders. So thank you, Chief, for 4 years. Thank you, Carla, for taking over as city councilor after my Cabrita left us. You did a really good job, Carla. You have a spicy personality, and you gave it to all of us when we deserved it, and we really appreciate you, Carla. Councilor Benavides, thank you. It was an honor to serve alongside you. I think you have a wealth of knowledge when it comes to housing, and you can really make a difference for this community in the housing industry, which is really needed in this community. Mayor John Ramon, Peggy Sue Martinez. We have been friends all of our life. And I think these last 4 years have been difficult. The first 2 years that we served, I think there was unity and a commitment to move our vision forward. And in the last 2 years, we had our struggles and the different things that we were faced with as a governing body. But one thing that stayed true and will always be true for me is our friendship and my love for you and your granddaughter and your hija and Juan. Thank you for your friendship. Mayor John Ramon, it was a pleasure and an honor to serve with you, Mayor. And at times when people didn't believe in you, I did. And I still do. You have such a passion and commitment to this community. You just read about Patrick and about Robert. You too are just like them. You've given so much to this community, and it doesn't go unnoticed. When you say that you love this valley, you truly love this valley. I stood beside you for 4 years. I stand beside you now, and we will walk out of this room with our heads held high, full of grace. Carmela, you're an amazing mom. It's hard as a mother when your children are politically attacked, personally attacked, and it takes a mama's strength to carry their son through this. You've been amazing and a pillar of strength, and I admire you, and I love you too, Carmela. Thank you.
I want to take this time to thank Chief Garcia, first Chief of Police. You know, I didn't know Sid. I knew his family. I've known his family for many years when his mom was doing the bingo committee here at Sacred Heart. When I was to take office as mayor, you know, I was meeting with Peggy, Councilor Peggy, and we were trying to come up with somebody who had heart and passion for our city and would be able to have that experience to be able to lead the police department. Literally, I think 3 days before I was to be sworn in, coming home, his parents had just sold their house here on the west side, and so he literally had only cousins left here in Espanola, but he had no actual attachment left here in the valley. Chief Garcia came back here to Espanola and served with duty and respect for the last 4 years. I'm really proud of the stability that we had in the police department, and his experience and his knowledge and his passion. I can't say that without echoing about the city manager, but he literally is working for free because Chief Garcia could be making more retired than he did working as our chief of police the last 4 years, and so grateful for him and his dedication here. Chief Johnny, I've known Chief Johnny since I first started with the city back in 2010. Mr. Council, Chief Johnny, I think, was a lieutenant, and he was in charge of the fire inspections for all the booth vendors. I got to know Johnny since then. Johnny's always been a family friend, but I had always respected Johnny and his commitment to our city and to the department since then. Johnny had a very special relationship with some good friends of mine, the Gomez's, and I wanted Johnny to be our chief of the fire department because of his experience, his temperament, and most importantly, I love that he was a West Sider too, just like Chief Garcia. And so thank you, Johnny, for 4 years of serving with us. Thank you, Johnny, for that wonderful display today with the flags. It really meant a lot to my family to send off my uncle. He was a Vietnam veteran. He actually went to Vietnam. And he came back with a lot of disabilities impacted from that. But you gave him a wonderful send-off, Johnny. I cannot ever forget that. Carla? Carla retired from the labs early so that she could come, and when I asked her if she might be interested in serving as clerk, she had a lot of knowledge from records management at Los Alamos, and she had concept of municipal government from her time here as a city councilor. Carla, another West Sider, believed in this side of town and believed in this community. I knew it would be hard for anybody in that role because it's a job that's constantly under fire regarding HIPAAs, the public comment, and I really applaud somebody that we're not recognizing tonight, and that's Miss Debbie Garcia. She was my first city clerk, and Debbie is another West Sider here from the city. Debbie has a heart of gold and a passion for this community, but I saw what the clerk's office did. I saw how the public and the governing body attacked her, and so I kind of wanted to find someone to be our clerk that had the temperament and the ability to handle the pressure and the scrutiny a lot better. And Carla has a spicy personality, of course, and she even has that with me, but so don't think it didn't go with me. I mean, Carla would tell me where the sun don't shine sometimes. You know what? Don't go with her to a local game too. Anyway, I've known Carla and her family my entire life, and her mom, Cecilia, and Frank from bingo here at church. And then Frank's not here, but I really appreciate Frank Koppler for coming back to serve as our city attorney. This city truly does need a full-time city attorney, but it needs someone that's experienced. But this city needs a full-time attorney, and Mr. Koppler was agreed reluctantly to come back and serve as our city attorney for the last 2 years of my term because Frank and I go back for several years. Frank was my Aunt Connie's city attorney, former Mayor Richard Lucero's attorney. I mean, he's been everyone's attorney here at the city, and he pretty much wrote the entire city code that we utilize today. I felt it was very important to have somebody of that caliber. I kind of wish that Frank could have trained somebody to work here in-house, but I'm so grateful for Frank and his dedication here to the city as well, and he will certainly be missed. started volunteering here with the city in 2010. I was appointed to the city library board. I was the youngest person to serve on the city board at that time. I helped at the library, I was a volunteer at the library. I started in 2013 actually. I started as a student intern in the city clerk's office. I microfished a lot of the documents from the original founding of the city, the original minutes and the appropriation papers. And I got to be familiar with all our original ordinances in that aspect. I always had a plan after college to come back home, and I wanted to get involved in public service here. I was involved with Downtown Action Team, Main Street Fiesta Council, you name it here in the city. I got to know Peter when I was 13 years old. I got to know you, Peter. I got to know Elijah with the light parade and the fiestas. I mean, I've been here in the city so long of my life. I'm actually, I'm anxious to see how my life is going to be now without the city of Espanola, because I've been involved for so long here. And it all started when my house was broken into. I started a neighborhood watch program at 14 years old here on the west side, and I got to be a big advocate for my neighbors here on the west side. And I truly, truly love the west side of the city, because those are some of the hardiest, God-fearing, biggest warm heart people you will ever meet in their lives. And I say that because these people that live on this side of town are already third, fourth generation living here in this valley. They've received slings and arrows. They have received every Espanola joke outside. But you know what? They still live here in this valley, and they're proud of it. They may work in Los Alamos now on the and they live on the land that their family cultivated and grew crops on. That just showed me how much this community is and is important to me. But I cannot tell you how much I love the west side of the city. For the last month, I had so many people from the west side come to visit me at my business to just visit with me, and I appreciate them. And you know, I'm already going on second, third generation individuals of their families voting for me and my family. And I would be remiss without mentioning my mom. I appreciate everyone who mentioned my mom. My mother was a single parent, and I was raised by my mother and my grandmother. And contrary to what everyone believes, my immediate family was not full of politicians, none whatsoever. And my mom believed in my love for public service, and she stayed committed to that, and she endured a lot of slings and arrows, and my family too. I've been in public service now for well over a decade here in the city, and it's been a family affair. I'm so thankful for my mom, her brothers and sisters, all of them, for every single campaign I ran for public office. They were there with me. And my extended family, my Aunt Mary, my Uncle Arthur, my Aunt Sylvia, she actually was just calling me now. You know, my great aunts and uncles who supported me on each of my campaigns as well. And that meant a lot to me, that each of my campaigns, my family got behind me and supported me. And they always believed in me, but I would be remiss if I didn't mention those people that weren't related to me that believed in me. And yeah, it's before I close, I just want to say I believe in this valley. I always will believe in this community. I'll stake my future here because I know this valley's potential. I know I'm proud of its past. I believe in its future, and I believe all of us coming together is so important and critical. And I am happy to serve still as an historian, knowledge about ordinances here at the city. I mean, I can tell you where they came from, how we came to be, every city building, where the funding came from. I'm still happy to serve that because I love this community that much. And I really appreciate Peter, Councilor Robert Seeds, and two very special people that served the city for many years of their lives. And that's Municipal Judge Dolores Vigil, our first female municipal judge. She was very close to me. And our longtime mayor, Mayor Richard Lucero, who taught me a lot about actual municipal government. And so, I just want to thank the community, and I want to thank the Espanola Valley for entrusting me for the last decade in public service. And thank you. God bless you all. Oh, so we have these little plaques, but unfortunately we didn't know how big they were, so there's some more coming. But these are mientras, okay?
John, those are the wallet size.
Oh, yeah, well, that's
You can carry around with this.
Alright. At this time, we're gonna do city manager report. We have director reports inside the agenda. Does anyone have any questions about it? Does anyone have anything? If there's none, we're gonna move on to items proposed for council consideration, discussion items and action items. Resolution 2026-29, a resolution appointing Jeff Sargent as the official representative for the city of Espanola to the ReadyNet Board of Directors. That's pretty self-explanatory.
Good evening.
Motion to approve resolution 2026-29.
Well,
Mayor Pro Tem Salvador Torres, second by Councilor Archibald Artoya. Under discussion, Councilor Ledoux.
Mr. Sargent, you serve us well on this board, but I really hope you make it a priority that we find a way to properly appropriate the funds given to us by Congressman Ledger Fernandez. I think that's one of the biggest things, the hurdles you will experience on this board, and we're ready to work with you.
okay. Yes, sir.
Motion and second. Okay. Can we get a roll call?
Mayor Pro Tem Justin Salazar Torres,
In favor.
Councilor Felicia Archuleta Toya, in favor. Councilor Pedro Valdez,
Yes.
Councilor Peggy Sue Martinez, in favor. Councilor Samuel Ledoux,
In favor?
Councilor Denise Benavides, in favor. Councilor Aaron Salazar, Councilor Nanette Rodriguez. The motion carries 8-0.
Resolution 2026-30, a resolution approving a budget adjustment request to extend accounting services contract with Tim Larson Allen, presented by Patrick O'Hara Bailey.
Honorable Mayor, Mayor Pro Tem, governing body, before you, you have a resolution approving a budget adjustment request to extend accounting services with CLA. This budget adjustment would move prior year funds from the public utility funds into the general operating fund, and then two of the other operating funds to extend and increase service so we can continue accounting services. I stand for questions.
Motion to approve.
Motion made by Councilor Samuel Ledoux, seconded by Mayor Pro Tem Salvador Torres. Any discussion? Being none, will the clerk please call the roll?
Mayor Pro Tem Justin Salazar Torres,
In favor.
Councilor Felicia Archuleta Toya, in favor. Councilor Pedro Valdez,
Yes.
Councilor Peggy Sue Martinez, Councilor Samuel Ledoux,
In favor?
Councilor Denise Benavides, in favor. Councilor Aaron Salazar, Councilor Nanette Rodriguez. Motion carries 7-1.
Public comment. Public comment is limited to 2 minutes this evening. You can decide with the clerk.
Stephen
Nanette, point of order. Point of order. John, this is directly to you. When the election came, the votes came in, when it came to find out that you're not mayor again, people have reached out to me and asked me, am I gonna do the same thing that I've done to you as what I'll do to your primo Dennis? I will continue holding this governing body and the mayor of the city of Espanola accountable for their actions. Just because you're leaving doesn't mean I'm gonna stop. I'll still continue doing what I do. Don't worry, I won't be light on him. There's a lot of information out there, so I'll hold him as much as accountable as I did to you. I'll do to him. The same thing for the city councilors that are gonna be entering this governing body. Like I did every single one of you guys that are sitting there. I held you all guys accountable. Called you guys on your guys' bullshit. I can't go without doing this. Fuck Peggy. Fuck John. Let's make the city grow. See, I knew I could, John. I knew I could. I knew I could. See. Damn, it took 4 years for that. It took 4 years for that. Every time I said it, he had a serious face, and now he's laughing. Now, see, 4 years, bro. 4 years. Don't worry, I'll hold your primo Dennis accountable también, bro. Okay? Same way I did.
Don't consider him a primo.
Oh. Okay, the next mayor, I'll hold him accountable as you did.
Bethany Bradley?
Good evening, everyone. So, first off, I want to let Johnny know you have a very special gift coming on Friday. I took the day off just for you. Nanette, I can't thank you enough for answering my calls, coming around where I live, just seeing the problems that we had and trying to help us fix what was going on. I know I've helped you a few times too. I know everybody has a tendency of giving my phone number out for animals and stuff. Jackie, as a matter of fact, called me yesterday, picked up a beautiful little orange kitten and brought him to my house, who's now currently sitting in my house healing. Denise, we have become friends in the last 4 years. It's going to be really weird not bringing you anything and not having you there, but that's okay. You can't get me out of your life now. Too late. And that's same for you. I've been coming here for almost 5 years now, sitting here, and Peggy and I have made some changes, but again, I am going to keep coming to these meetings, and I'm going to keep speaking about animals and their safety and their welfare, and keep speaking about the changes that need to happen at the animal shelter to expand it to make this city better. I would also like to say those of us who don't live on the west side are very good members of this community, and we do stay involved, so I want to say that.
Thank you, Ms. Bradley. That concludes public comment.
Okay, thank you. We're gonna move into executive session. If a motion to enter executive session for discussion is made, seconded, and passed by the majority vote of the council, notice is hereby given that for the purpose of discussing the sale of an industrial park property to Moving Arts Espanola, the mayor and the governing body of the city of Espanola enter into executive session in accordance with the New Mexico Convenings Act pursuant to 10:15:1 H8, NMSA 1978. As well as a motion to enter executive session for discussion is made, seconded, and passed by the majority vote of the council is given for the fact and purpose of discussing the proposed collective bargaining agreement with ASME Local 923 and the city of Espanola governing body of the city of Espanola went to an executive session in accordance with the Mexico Business Act pursuant to 10:15(1)H. Motion to enter executive session by Councilor Benavides. Second by Councilor Rodriguez. Councilor, would the clerk please call the roll?
Mayor Pro Tem Justin Salazar Torres.
In favor.
Councilor Felicia Archibald Montoya. In favor. Councilor Pedro Valdez.
Yes.
Councilor Peggy Sue Martinez. Yes. Councilor Samuel Ledoux.
Yes.
Councilor Denise Benavides stepped out. Councilor Aaron Salazar. Councilor Nanette Rodriguez. For the motion. The motion carries 7-1. The time is 7:40 p.m. Recording stopped.
Hey, you gotta load the fridge.
Just one minute.
You leaving already?
Yeah. I gotta be in Socorro and Rio Doso in the morning. You're waiting. I'm out, y'all. Thanks for joining. Until next time, adios.